Okay, we're gonna make Cousin Jan's schnapps from the original recipe divulged to me when I was, I believe, 18 years old, coming home from Randolph Engineering, working the punch presses. So here we go. Okay, first we get a handful of cloves. I seem to remember that was about right, like that. Next there was nutmeg. Honestly, I can't remember if he ground them all up or just threw pieces in, so we're going to do a little bit of both here. This is a nutmeg grinder. I was talking through my video here. I used to use the cinnamon sticks. I remember he kind of broke them up. I think he had more than one, and I only have one, so I'm going to add some powder as well. So I'm just going to add a little extra cinnamon powder in there, just in case. Next was the vanilla, and he was really into using the beans and not the extract. So he'd take I think he had two vanilla beans like this, and then he would cut them like down he'd slice them open in the middle here. I hope I can do it without taking my finger off.
Can you give me these
like that.
Things? Tell me if they're just Rice Krispies or if they're stale.
Then you open them up, and you scraped all of the vanilla onto a knife, like this. And that went inside there. I'm not sure how I'm going to get it in there exactly. Let's see.
Are you making popcorn tonight?
Here's another go at one of these beans. Using something to scrape it into the pan like that. In the end, he threw the beans in too, if I recall. So, you know, just in case there was anything left over on them. But he said you're better off if you can scrape it out and put it in there. So they'll go in anyway like that. He had some orange peels going in.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I'm talking to this.
Is it on totally? Are you doing anything at the moment?
Okay, so we're going to put this thing on. I'm going to boil it for a little bit and then just put it down to simmer. I seem to remember he ran it for 20 minutes maybe of simmering, just to kind of get all the flavors out of the spices. So we're simmering. I'm starting with, geez, I'm not sure, that's 2 cups of water probably, maybe 2.5 cups, something like that. And I'm using a really high pan for this part of it because what I remember when he made it originally, there was you put the honey in here with the water and it foamed up. And almost, you know, it went over the top of the pan, I think. So that's the only reason I'm using the deep. So you put about an equal amount of honey in as you started with water, whatever that turned out to be. And then you bring it to a boil. And there's that foam I told you about. We're going to turn that down now. That's why we use the high walled pot. Okay, the next step is to get the fluid that has absorbed all the spices kind of clean. So we're going to drain it here like this into Then I'm going to take it down another. I've got a really fine mesh one here in this little K-cup thing, so I'm just going to do that as well. Yeah, it's going a little too long. I'm going to have to come up with some new plan for this. Hang on a second. Now, this one's kind of a halfway between the two, so I think this is going to get more of the crud out. We'll just let that one sit there for a bit. I mean, you could just leave it all in. It won't be as pretty looking. Okay, this should be my final pass, I think. Yeah, now it's running through pretty nicely. You know what though, I don't know if it's gonna get any better than that, to be honest with you, so I think I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so that's, I ended up, it might be an ounce or so at the end, and so I'm going to now mix that in with the honey mixture over here. And that's the base of the whole, that's really it, basically. And then I think we just kind of mix this up a little bit. I might heat it up a little bit more for just a second. Yeah, I don't even think I need to do that, really. And, that seems about right. Okay, I'm just gonna, I might just take a teaspoon and taste it. I just had the spice taste, it wasn't strong enough, so I'm putting another batch of mixing up all the spices again to put into that. You gotta mix the alcohol in, and this is what I found at the liquor store. I started 50-50. It seemed really too strong, so I went like about 70, I don't know, maybe 70-30, somewhere around there. 60-40 with the 60 being the base and 40 alcohol, and then maybe not a third. And then it seemed to be okay. It was, I mean, we all know it burns going down, but it was a little bit too much of a burn.